Hello everyone. A cheerful good morning, good evening to one and all present here. Hope you are at your best in this pandemic. I'm Harit and I will be the host for you for this session. Evaluating the level of a hackathon that has a legacy of successful triumphs, we feel proud and honored to be the flag bearers of Hack Series 3.0 this year by hosting it in a digitalized way to make most out of this and to help channelize the talent and energy of our beloved developer community. We are organizing a bunch of workshops and qualitative speaker sessions at HackCBS 3.0 this year. For more details about the sessions, don't forget to check our website www.hackcbs.tech. We hope to make this session as much as knowledgeful and insightful for you all so that you are geared up to build your hack by collaboration and contribution. Thus, let's start it with our today's session. In this session, you will learn some basic concepts of blockchain, how things work, and how one can use QuickNode to make their blockchain journey much simpler. With that said, let me introduce you all with our speaker, Dima, co-founder at QuickNode, and Sahil Sen, developer evangelist at QuickNode. Now, I would like to welcome our speakers and look forward to the talk. The all virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to Hack CBS for having us on this live stream. It's an absolute pleasure to discuss blockchain, the effects that it'll have on the world, and to obviously present our project and the tools we're building for Web3 developers. So let's get into a quick screen share. So in this presentation, we'll go over a few basic concepts of blockchain, Web3. We'll take a quick tour of the QuickNode, the QuickNode app, and then I'll hand it over to Sahil, who will do a demonstration on how quickly one can build using Web3 data and Web3 technology. So we are QuickNode. We provide powerful, reliable, and globally distributed Web3 infrastructure. Let's start with the basics. What is blockchain? So blockchain is distributed ledger technology. Every record on the blockchain is secured by a cryptographic hash, cannot be altered or reversed. It's forever source of truth and allows for transparent record keeping. So you or I can download a full copy of a public ledger and see every record that has ever happened on it. And the more modern blockchains, for example, Ethereum, are programmable, and you can upload entire pieces of code which execute as programmed, as required, without any trust. So it's very binary. It's A or B. It either happened or it didn't. So what does blockchain enable? So blockchain makes trust transparent. It eliminates middlemen and third parties like banks and escrow. It improves efficiency and lowers costs when exchange of value, for example, and it accelerates value transfer so you can move assets globally, cross borders, without any additional permission. And it does this while preserving the privacy and ownership of users' digital assets. So the records are immutable. Users are in control of their data. This allows for new forms of identity where the users are sole owners of their data, and most public blockchains are rather low cost, usually less than 1% fee to use. How do you apply blockchain to the real world? So it's going to disrupt every industry. So from finance, where you can send cryptocurrency across borders, to identity, which will allow organizations to govern themselves. Voting is more transparent and with less fraud. Then you look at applications like real estate, so you can tokenize titles, deeds, properties, eliminate middlemen, and reduce the friction between buyers and sellers. You look at retail, where you can provide proof of authenticity. You can have the blockchain as a ledger, look at where something came from. You can trace a product to the source with full open records. Because the records are immutable, someone can't go back in time and change a record because it's already accepted as truth. And then you have art and gaming, which are also huge industries exploding right now with digital art and, for example, in-game items and in esports tournaments. So blockchain will change the way we live our lives like internet email did in the 1990s. What is the problem though? There are 4.3 billion users on the internet as of 2019. How do we get those 4.3 billion users onto Web3? How do we evolve the tech? Is there even infrastructure to support this? There isn't. It's moving towards that state with companies and services like QuickNode. So QuickNode is a Web3 infrastructure provider, and we address the scaling problem of how many requests can be processed by the underlying infrastructure to support the users of applications. And those users rely on the data that is constantly changing on a distributed ledger. Our mission is to support and scale the Web3 ecosystem. We provide service and tools that make building and running dApps, which are decentralized applications, easier. And we're very much focused on community. We promote education, and we constantly produce fresh content and resources to onboard people to build and use Web3. Here's a couple of those resources. We have our blog, blog.quicknode.io. We have Web3 guides also on our website, and we have a bi-weekly newsletter that we release, which we hope you subscribe to, and that will get fresh information for all the news that's happening in Web3, all the developer tools that's happening in Web3, and we also showcase projects that are particularly interesting at the moment. Who knows, maybe one of those projects will be yours. Why do we need nodes? Why do we need this infrastructure? Let's start with the basics again. What are nodes? So nodes are peer-to-peer pieces of software which maintain an up-to-date copy of the ledger. They all communicate with each other, they reach consensus, and they synchronize the blocks, the latest blocks that have been mined. There are generally two types of nodes. There's mining nodes that are solving highly complex mathematical equations to secure the network, and there are non-mining, also called observer nodes, which simply see what's going on in the network and sync the latest data on the chain. So according to ethernodes.org, which is a popular node tracking website, there are about 9,000, I think over 9,000 Ethereum nodes. And I believe that there are a lot more. It just, some people who are running them aren't exposing their status or addresses publicly, so we don't see them on that website. So what do these nodes do? So the nodes are the gateway to the Web3. They're used to access and append data to the ledger. So you can query the node for things like block and transaction info, count balances, smart contract details, events like token transfers. You can also send transactions to the node to be propagated to the network and mine, and deploy smart contracts. Here's a sample stack of how it looks like. So the users interact with either wallet software like MetaMask or a dApp like CryptoKitties or Etherscan. Those then talk to a library like Web3.js, Web3.py, and that library talks to QuickNode, and QuickNode runs the node software. So we make that whole node layer transparent. So the user just focuses on building their dApp, making sure they get the best features, and not worrying about cloud servers. Do I need one node, two nodes? How am I going to scale the traffic? Do I need a load balancer? Do I need to make it quicker in different regions? So that whole layer is abstracted by QuickNode. So here's another example. You have the end users. They're connecting through HTTPS or WebSockets to QuickNode, and QuickNode provides various node services for Ethereum, XDAI, and Bitcoin. So then you can fetch that information, and that information is then sent back to the user and the app. Our flagship product is QuickNode API. It's a global network of supernodes. These are super powerful, highly tuned node clusters in over 6 locations worldwide. It's redundant and elastic. All the nodes are in a high availability cluster, and they auto scale based on demand. So if today your app is pushing 1,000 requests a day or an hour, and tomorrow it's pushing 10,000 requests an hour, it's not a problem. The QuickNode API service will scale to handle your traffic, to handle your needs, and your guaranteed capacity. And then we also have middleware and tools like cache acceleration and transaction routing. that optimize for performance. We also have a user interface which shows you your metrics, so you see what's going on under the hood. And one of our latest features is webhooks, where you can specify 5 fields, which then our system will subscribe to and monitor smart contract events. And when a smart contract event happens, our system will send to an endpoint of your choice HTTP post saying this event has happened, and that could trigger something in your app, whether it be an alert or an action, or you can automate your workflow. A rule we take to heart here at QuickNode is take ownership of complexities on behalf of your user. Make it simple, make things simple. Don't make users customers, especially developers. Don't do anything they don't have to. So if we can, as much of the complex stuff we can abstract and make simple for the end user so they can focus 100% on their data and their application, that's our goal. So let's take QuickNode for a quick spin. Let's go to QuickNode.io. Do a little demo. Let's sign in. So you fill these out if you'd register for an account. Here is the standard node dashboard. The cool thing about QuickNode is we support the various networks on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XDAI, which is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. And you can have all these nodes running simultaneously, and you'll see them all on your dashboard. So if you wanted to create a new node, you go here. For example, we'll take launch, which comes with a 7-day free trial. We select the network we want to be on. Any kind of add-ons if we need those. And then we proceed to check out. But for this presentation, we'll take one of our Ethereum mainnet nodes. And over here, you'll have your Web3 URLs. You have your quick start guides. So if you're using Truffle, which is a development tool, OpenZeppelin, or Embark, we give you code snippets here on how to easily get started. Or if you're using Python, Ruby, JavaScript to connect. And we also have guides and tutorials on how to connect with Ethers.js, how to connect with Ruby. And this is on our guides page. So if you go to QuickNode.io, click on guides, you'll have all these resources. And there's more beyond just that. So going back to here, we have a metrics page, so you can see what's going on under the hood. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, it's really nice to know, how many calls your DApp is making, what kind of calls your DApp is making, so you can optimize and improve performance for your end user. So for now, let's just demonstrate using one of these tools that we've built. We're going to copy this HTTP provider endpoint. And the tool we're going to be using today is Etherflow. It's located at etherflow.quicknode.io. This is something Sahil will go into more detail in the second part of this presentation. So we copy paste this URL into here, same way as you would into your code or your library, like Ethers.js. And then let's do a simple call like block number. And you can see that we made the call, the node responded. And you see the nodes moving up in block. It was 84, now it's 85. And you have some code samples. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's for my presentation. I'm gonna segue this over to Sahil, which will go into a couple more technical details. Sahil's our developer evangelist, and he's a Web3 guru. So if you have any questions, he's Sahil Sen in the Hack CBS Discord. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Dima, for that wonderful presentation. You made my job a lot more easier here. So let me share my screen over here. Okay, so the thing we are discussing is Web3 is a cake. So a lot of people think that Web3 or blockchain is really difficult or really tough to get in, but it's nothing like that. I'll show you a short demonstration that how easy it can be with QuickNode while you are not required to spin your own nodes and maintain your own nodes, you can simply sign up an account on QuickNode and spin a new node on QuickNode. So let me show you this. So I've created a blockchain explorer called QuickNode Explorer, and it's over here on the GitHub. I'll share the slides after this presentation so you can work or you can play with this. So I'll quickly clone this repo. So what a blockchain explorer does is it shows the latest blocks and the different information from that blocks. So let me run this file index.html. So it's loading now. It will load the latest blocks from the blockchain. I've kept the value at 10, so it will load the latest 10 blocks from the blockchain. For now, we don't have any node connected to our Ethereum Explorer, so it won't show any data. So let me show you how to do that. First, I'll explain you the code, and then I'll show you how to integrate QuickNode into your code. So this is a pretty simple standard HTML boilerplate over here. And for styling purposes, I've added some bootstrap styling over here. And I've added this particle JS over here, which is the background, which you can see. And this is the bootstrap script. And this is the particle JS script. So the main thing is this over here. We are importing Web3 JS library into our code, which is a Web3 API for JavaScript if you want to use Ethereum in your code. And we are exporting it from the CDN. So simply put on this link in your code and you'll be good to go. And let us start our script. So first we are importing our node over here. So as Dima showed you on the QuickNode dashboard, I have these three nodes. So I'll choose this node and copy the endpoint URL and simply replace this with my node. Save it and I'll run it now. I'll refresh this page and now it should fetch the 10 latest blocks from the blockchain. As you can see, it does. Okay, so this is the latest blocks, 10 latest blocks from the blockchain which our QuickNode Explorer has fetched. These This is the blocks hash. Every block has its own hash, and this is the gas use. Gas is a fee, or you can say a transaction amount which is needed if you want to do a transaction on an Ethereum network. A transaction can be anything, which is like if you want to transfer some funds, if you want to deploy a smart contract, or if you want to do anything, if you want to retrieve a smart contract, you'll need to pay some gas. So this is the total gas used in this particular block, and this is the timestamp at which this block was mined. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So this over here, we are importing our node over here, and we are giving it to a variable. Then we are making a async call to our node, get block number. This will get the block number from the our Ethereum blockchain, and we are running a for loop over here, which will range from I to 10. So it will simply minus the 10 numbers from the latest blocks. As you can see over here, it will simply minus the 10 numbers from the latest blocks and display the 10 latest blocks from the blockchain, the result being the latest one, and the later follows. And over here we are giving our block number to the variable number, hash, blocks hash to the variable hash, our timestamp to the variable timestamp, and the gas to the variable gas, and we are simply printing it over here. And this is you don't have to bother about this code. This is the code for the background, which you don't have to bother. You simply have to bother about this part, which is pretty simple. And if you don't get any of these, you can simply text me, or you can go through our guides on the website. And let me now show you working with Etherflow. So I'll get the same node which I used for our QuickNode Explorer, and I'll paste it to Etherflow. You can choose between two libraries, which is Web3.js and Ethers.js. We will use Web3.js over here, and I'll show you an example of get balance call. So what get balance call does is it will get the balance, like number of ethers stored into a Ethereum account. So for over here, I'll take my account as an example. This is my Ethereum account. I'll take that as an example. I'll simply paste the Ethereum address over here and send request to the node. Okay, so we got a response. So this is my Ethereum balance in my account, which is this account. So this balance, which you can see, is a big number. So it's in a unit called Way. Way is the smallest unit of Ethereum. So we'll need to convert it to ETH. So we can simply do it into any Ethereum converter. So we'll need to copy this and paste it over here. So we got this. So I have this much ETH in my account. Okay. So it's pretty simple. So you simply paste any Ethereum account over here and you'll get the balance of that account over here. You don't have to code anything. You don't have to import anything. You simply paste your node over here and the address over here, and you'll get the response. And if you want to integrate this into your dApp, you can also do this by viewing the sample code over here. So you get the sample code. We imported the Web3.js library, which is over here. And this is the async call. And you also get the node's address over here, which you don't have to put even that into your account. And this is the Ethereum address which we inquired. So yeah, I think this sample code feature is very good. You don't have to code anything, you don't have to import anything. You simply use this, and you can simply take the code from here. You can simply copy this code and integrate into your library or dApp. So I think that's it from my side. You can you can join the QuickNodes Discord if you face any problems in future. You can go through our Web3 guides, as which Dima explains, and we have a lot of guides over here. You like a lot of one, and we also have a blog running.
Sahil, can you mention the prizes that we're having on the
Yeah,
Hack
sure,
CBS?
sure. So okay, so we will give 3 months of launch pack for free to the best blockchain project which is built in during the Hack CBS. And as you can see, this is the launch pack, and you'll get it for absolutely free, 3 months. So blockchain developers in Hack CBS, build your good projects, and we'll have an eye on that. And the best one, or maybe the prettiest one, or maybe the most unique one, will get 3 months of launch pack for free.
Awesome.
I think that's it from my side.
Absolutely. That was great, Sahil. Thank you, Hack CBS. It was a pleasure doing this workshop, and I hope this was educational and helped users understand blockchain and dive a little deeper into the tech.
Yes, 100%.
So
And
I guess some
yeah,
people from our audience have any question, then you can put it in the chat window.
yes,
Sahil
100%.
and will be giving answer to them live here, and
Also,
they
if
are
not
also
more,
available at Yeah,
Yeah,
they are
also
also
it's not
available
now.
in our. You can ask the question at the channel name QuickNode at HackCBS. You can ask question to them there.
Yeah,
So yeah.
100%. I'm always online on Discord, so you can shoot the questions to me.
Thank you guys. Thanks for
So
everyone
okay.
that's watching and enjoyed the session.
Yeah, it was an amazing session. So I would like to thank Sahil and Dima for this session. And with this, if you guys have any question, then you can ask them in our Discord server. There is a channel named QuickNode at HackCBS. They will be love to answer your queries over there. And
Perfect.
with that
Thank
said,
you.
I will thank. Okay, so we have a question from Aarti.
Arti, how can we get started with Web3? Excellent question. So we have a number of guides inside our user interface, but also in the guide section. If you look at the Discord QuickNode at Hack CBS channel, we've put some of the links over there. So Web3 guides is a good place to start, just to learn a couple of things there. And if you have any additional questions, like literally first steps, you can ping Sahil. He can show you, similar to how his presentation was on how to get to the GitHub code that you can use as a Hello World app.
Yeah,
And
you
there's
can direct DM.
yeah, and there's plenty of
So yeah,
resources
we
also on our blog.
So, okay, once again, thank you, Kyle, and thank you, Dima, for joining us.
Awesome,
And I
pleasure.
hope many people from our audience have got to learn a lot of things, or they will win these exciting prizes from the QuickNode in the Hack CBS. So
Absolutely.
you guys
Good luck
can
to all
fill
the
up the feedback
participants.
form. So there is one more question from Manan.
Manan, we'll be happy to answer that in the QuickNode at Hack CBS Discord room. Please join the Discord chat, and we'll be happy to provide you with resources on how to connect your Node.js app.
I think I can answer that, Dima.
Oh, sure. Go
So
ahead.
yeah, so the guides which are there on the QuickNotes website, so you can refer to them. So every guide which is there for JavaScript, for example, Web3 JS's guide or Ethers.js's guide, they are using Node.js. So you can simply refer to the guides and you'll be good to go. Like they use Node.js, so you'll be getting a lot of insights from that guides. And if you don't get the point, or if you are still not able to do that, you can simply text me. I'll be happy to help you.
Okay. So yeah, thank you very much, Sahil, and thank you very much, Dima, again. So guys, we have a session on introduction to Docker 101 tomorrow by Saurabh Gupta on on our channel YouTube. You can join us tomorrow, and you can fill the feedback form for this session in the chat, of which link is given in the chat. So let's end this session now.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
very much for joining us.